Hi, this is Boki, and today for Not My Thesis, I want to do a slightly more chill video than usual. So I'm dealing with kind of like a lot of stress and work right now, and my schedule is getting a bit rough, so I will be doing some more of my kind of usual Not My Thesis fare, but for today I want to do the anything but books tag. This is a tag that has been going around BookTube. I saw it on Bree Hill's channel, and I told her like, oh, this looks like fun. She's like, you should do it for Not My Thesis, so that's what I'm doing. Basically, all of these questions can't answer with books. The first question is name a cartoon that you love. This is really easy for me. This is Avatar: The Last Airbender, and maybe to a slightly lesser degree the sequel series Legend of Korra. And it follows these kids who basically have to save the world from the Fire Nation, which has taken over. And it is so good. It has one of the most satisfying villain to good guy arcs that I've ever seen. If you haven't watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, definitely do it. Don't do what I did. I actually watched the movie first, the live action movie, and that is legendarily a horrible movie. It was terrible, and it was also whitewashed all of the characters, so it was also incredibly offensive. This is a series that I wish I'd had when I was a little kid, because it features brown characters, it features brown girls who are really good at what they do, and they do martial arts. This show has the most gorgeous fight scenes I've ever seen. It's just so well choreographed and drawn out and illustrated. It's so beautiful to watch. So number 2, what is your favorite song right now? I'm really liking the fact that Lorde is putting out music again. It took me a long time to get into her music the first time around because all of her songs sounded the same. And then I got to the point where you listen to them enough and you realize that there's like differences between them, or you start to think that there are differences between them, and that worked for me. So I am really glad that I did that, and now that she's putting out new music, I really like Green Light. I really like how it goes from like this weird dark beginning to a very abrupt shift to like dancey kind of happy music. I don't know, it works for me. Number 3, what could you do for hours? Marathon TV shows. Marathon trashy reality TV shows, probably. Marathon procedurals. Right now I'm in the middle of a huge elementary marathon, which I'm really enjoying. Korean dramas. Yeah, I think like a lot of people, I am great at the binge watch. Number 4, what is something you love to do that your followers might be surprised by? I am actually a pretty decent volleyball player, which is surprising given my height. I am not a tall person, and I did not start off as a decent volleyball player. I actually started playing volleyball in high school. I never made it to varsity, which for the size of my school, which was a pretty small school, was like pretty telling. But I actually, for some reason, kept playing through college, and I went to a school that was, I went to a nerd school where playing on the sports team was something that people would basically beg of you. You didn't even have to know how to play a sport. If you knew the name of the sport, people would be like, oh, that's good enough, please join this team. In a really competitive league as well, so we were a D3 school. We were playing in schools that were like winning the national championships in NCAA D3, it's volleyball, so that was kind of terrifying, but it was a ton of fun. I was like maybe the average height of our team, which if you play volleyball you know is terrible because I'm like 5'5", and that's probably like your shortest player on most volleyball teams. Out of that I became like a semi-decent volleyball player. I'm not like pro or anything, but I think I'm pretty okay. I can't block though. Blocking is hard. Number 5, what is your favorite unnecessarily specific thing to learn about? I really love learning about internet drama in all circles, like not even in circles that I'm familiar with. So like I started off by learning about internet drama in the Harry Potter fandom, which like is things like Cassandra Clare plagiarizing things, which is why I can't really ever find it in me to read her books. Love that stuff. Like reading fandom wank from Harry Potter, it has like carried over into me now loving to learn about drama in the YouTube makeup world. I don't participate in the drama, but I am definitely one of those drama voyeurs. Number 6, what is something unusual you know how to do? I don't know if this counts as knowing, but I roll my ankles in the weirdest way. So I've sprained my ankles quite a bit since I was like a little kid, and one of the things with spraining your ankles is that when you do it, it becomes easier to do it again and again, to the point where I have rolled my ankles, I have hurt them just by standing at a podium. Number 7, name something you've made in the last year. I guess I have made a website finally for myself. I'm trying to like kind of collect both my research and my videos and stuff and kind of collect them in one place, so finally started doing that, so that's nice. Number 8, what is your most recent personal project? I'm just gonna kind of pimp out one of my own videos, I guess, which is not book related, so I feel like it's still okay. But this is my last Not My Thesis video, which was a recap of a conference I went to most recently. For me, I really am like happy with this because it got me out of my editing comfort zone. Usually these videos, I just talk into a camera and edit them, and it's very, very straightforward. So that video involved me like kind of stepping out of that usual box and taking videos in front of people, which I'm like kind of awkward about. So even though I spent a lot of time on a video that I think is like super niche interest wise, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I'm really glad that I put that effort into it. I'll link to it below if you do want to watch it because I am super proud of it. But yeah, and if you just want to learn about this conference that I went to recently and what I learned about like the science world at large, it might be interesting. Number 9. Tell us something you think about often. I mean, so I got my cat I got my cat 2 years ago, and he was already like an adult cat at that time. So I think a lot about the fact that I never got to know him as a kitten, and it's kind of disappointing because I feel like we would have a different relationship if I had blackmail material on him from when he was like a dumb young cat, you know? He's literally staring at me. I'm like filming from a different place, obviously, and one of the disadvantages of this location in my apartment is that my cat is not wandering around like walking on the back, but he is sitting like right next to me, right there, just staring. Number 10, give an oddly specific favorite thing. So my favorite petty album of all time is Taylor Swift's Speak Now, and Taylor Swift in general, you might think that all her albums are like mildly petty, but like Speak Now is like a masterclass in petty. It has Mean, where she's complaining about a critic who didn't like her music. It has Innocent, the song where she's telling Kanye West, a man who is like 10 to 20 years older than her, like that his past doesn't define him because of the MTV thing. It has Better Than Revenge, the song where she slut shames. Speak Now is my favorite to listen to because it is just so much fun, and it just like reaches to the basest emotions in all of us, I think. Last but not least, I think I'm just supposed to say something that I'm thinking. I'm not really sure that I have anything to say. The sun is bright and it is super fucking cold outside. So yeah, that's what I have to say. Like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I am dealing with a lot of work and stress kind of for the next few months while I work on things in lab. So my output may start to get more infrequent. It already has kind of started to do that. I'm not quite sure how this will affect my posting schedule yet, and kind of feeling it out as it goes along. I also am enjoying doing videos more like my AAA vlog that are a little bit more involved editing wise, so they take a little bit more time. I want to do more like them, but I'm not sure how to fit that in right now and kind of how to do that. So the next few months will probably be a lot of flex for this channel, so let me know below if there are certain types of videos that you've particularly liked that you kind of want to see more of, and I will see about maybe kind of prioritizing those in terms of how I budget my time. Thank you for watching, and yeah, bye!